Good morning, friends. So let's talk about something that's a common challenge for a lot of people to really get a grasp on. Sin nature versus sin behavior. Nature and behavior, two completely different things, although they're interrelated. So let's talk about an analogy I think everybody can relate to, in a sense, okay? So let's pretend you get a brand spanking new car. Brand new. It goes straight from the factory to the dealership to you. Brand spanking new. Nobody's ever driven it. Nobody's touched it. Nobody's looked at it. It's brand new and it's all yours. Just for you. You get your car. You drive it. You're so excited. I got this brand new car. But as you're driving it, you start to realize, you know what? Feels like maybe something ain't quite right. So you keep driving it, and that feeling you got just keeps growing. Man, something's wrong, something's wrong, something's wrong. So you start looking into it, you start researching, you drive it more, you check it out, and you realize, I got a bad tire. From the factory, you got a bad tire on your car. Okay. So you do everything that you know to do. You make sure the air pressure's correct. You rotate your tires. You know, you do everything that you can possibly do to try and make it right. You drive slower. You drive faster. You do all sorts of different things, but it doesn't work. So finally you give up trying to fix it on your own. You take it back to the manufacturer, okay, and they give you a brand spanking new tire. You're excited. Hey, I've got a brand spanking new tire on this car. Everything's going to be great. You start driving it around, and guess what? You're still having problems. Now, because you drove it for so long with that bad tire, now you have other issues. The wheels are out of alignment. You got a bearing that's gone bad. The suspension is messed up. Now, it could be one of any number of things, right? That bad tire caused all sorts of issues on the car that are residual. The bad tire led to other issues that you now have to have fixed also. So now you have to go and get the alignment fixed. Now you have to get a new bearing put in. Now you have to have the suspension fixed. You know what I'm saying? And our walk is sort of the same thing. The human condition, if you will, is sort of the same story. Because right straight out of the factory, when we're born with a bad tire. We're born with a sin nature. Right? That's what we inherited from Adam. And at some point in our lives, we realize, man, something's not right. Something's not right. So we try to do everything in our own power to fix ourselves, right? We read self-help books, you know, oh, I'm going to do yoga. I don't know. I'm not down on yoga necessarily, right? But we start trying to do things to make us feel better about ourselves and our condition. We start trying to tick boxes, don't we? Well, at some point, we realize that we can't fix it ourselves, so we go back to the manufacturer. We go to Jesus, and we ask him to save us, right? And at that point, we get a brand new tire on our car, right? We get a brand new spirit. We get a brand new nature recreated in his image. Perfect, holy, and righteous. There's absolutely nothing wrong at all with that tire. But here's the problem. After we're saved, even though we've got that new nature, we have that new spirit, guess what? We still have problems, right? That old sin nature of ours that we had in living in this world has created other issues. We have created thoughts and desires and feelings and wants, right? that are not in line with the Word, that are not in line with our new spirit recreated in the image of God. So, now, just like having to have that bearing replaced or the alignment done or suspension fixed, we have to correct all of those issues. They aren't fixed automatically. We can try to fix them ourselves, right? I go to church every Sunday, check that box. I pray like I think I'm supposed to, check that box. I read my Bible, check. I volunteer, to help the homeless and the needy, check. That doesn't fix our desires. That doesn't fix our wants. It doesn't fix our habits that we have learned, that we have developed when we had our old sin nature. So now, the best thing we can do is return to the manufacturer and get him to help us correct those worldly desires, to correct those worldly habits. And we only do that through renewing our mind according to the Word, being transformed, not conformed, right? So anyway, hopefully that helps to clear up some questions regarding sin nature versus sin behavior, or just nature versus behavior in general, right? Well, if I'm saved, why isn't everything fixed already? Because that's our part. He fixes our nature. Only He can do that. But we have to put in some work along with Him to correct those habits and desires and behaviors that we've developed over the years. Anyway, hope that helps. Until next time, continue to grow in the grace and knowledge of our Lord Jesus.